I guess with like cogs, arrow, coil, maybe you can get away with the meteor hammer. And game one, draft's done. We'll take a quick break to see a few words from our sponsor EGB before we start. An important match in the Team Spirit, and like we were saying before, Team Spirit currently undefeated in terms of series. They want this victory to tie things up with Hellraisers at the top of the table, and Virtus Pro with plenty of games in hand, trying to get themselves up that leaderboard and maybe sneak their way to the major, depending on other results and how things go in the future with NetBoom and Team Spirit still looking for their slots as well.
Face some intensity here on Team Spirit.
Yeah, Yatoro is leaning into it.
Oh yeah, he's got that forehead cam going on. He's like got the hair pulled back. He's like, you guys can watch this, nothing else. I am gaming.
I wonder how close to his monitor he is. You've seen all those CSGO players, right? With the monitor like 3 centimeters from their face, keyboard slanted.
Actually, must do something, because they all go for it.
Yeah, I mean, Miposhka is one of the keyboard tilters, right? He has the 90-degree keyboard angle and the monitor turned as well.
30 seconds to
That's the most of the limited room you've got.
Yeah, those puny desks. My favorite thing about going to like any of the LAN cafes in C was when it had like a living room chair. It was like it's not like an office chair. Yeah, well sometimes they would have like these like, I don't even know how to describe it, almost like a lazy boy kind of chair.
But it's an armchair.
Yeah, it's like an armchair. And you're like, how do you play Dota on this? Like having the keyboard on their lap, so they're sitting sideways with the keyboard and their mouse on it. I'm like, y'all, you guys are wild.
I know a bunch of people who used to bring their own pillow to LAN cafes. For that reason, yeah. you bring your own pillow. A couple of girls we used to play with used to bring blankets and stuff because every LAN cafe is, you know, freezing cold. They've got the AC at like 16 degrees or something Celsius.
Scent control at that point, you know. Well, a lot of gaming going on. We all know what happens there. It gets a bit rough in the room, you know. Yeah,
especially like a lot of LAN cafes have a little, I don't know, cafe or something, or at least somewhere to buy, you know, like instant ramen. You've got people boiling ramen and all the stink from that comes out as well.
Just gaming, you know. Everyone's just trying to get their game on here. The lanes, looks like things are just, yeah, where you'd expect. Funny, Mira, I feel like was one of the players who first really made Snapfire look super broken and flexed off to the point of just like, wow, this is like an incredible support hero. When you make the most of the cookies, it's just ridiculous. And then I feel like for a while he wasn't really playing her that much. It wasn't like all kinds of Mira Snapfire all over the place, but every time that it comes back out, I still think back like TI-10.
Yeah, I think he's one of the players that was most upset about the shard change because he was so good with that Scatterblast stun, buying Blink reasonably early on, just jumping and catching people. Collapse, not too happy with the trade with FNG, trying to drag the wave. Oh no, he doesn't succeed either. The creeps are just like, oh, yeah, you've disappeared into fog for half a second. We've forgotten where you've gone.
That was a really nice battery cell for FNG. We talked about this a lot lately with these clockworks, but how important it is at level 1 to ensure that you're getting the most value. And that was like one of the best battery cells you're ever going to see. Dodges the scatter blast. Yeah, get in their face, FNG.
Outmaneuvering them at every turn. In that mid lane, Tiny the counter to puck.
Yeah, I mean, you just have way more right-click damage. You kind of have like your guaranteed last hits with the tree grab. So you're just chilling. And up top here, you can see we have the Centaur Mirana. Nice arrow. I mean, you can argue if that was intentional. I think he's just throwing it like, hey, I'm either going to hit you out or I'm getting the range creep. So that's a win-win situation right there.
Yeah, it's like nice, they eventually get it. A nice block from AM.
Yeah. Bit of a both ways situation.
How much damage is it? Max 180, minimum 60. Yeah, it's probably worth it for the AM just a tank, you know, like 90 damage there or something, just to make sure range creep isn't completely secured.
Yeah. But then she just does it again, because, you know, she turns out she just actually run out of them that easily.
Infinite arrows. Quiver's full. And it's not just the clockwork, it's clock plus treants that are incredibly annoying in this bottom lane. Mira and Collapse definitely having a few difficulties finding their position and angle of attack. And the wave continually pressuring in towards VP's tower, so a little difficult here to catch the Nature's Prophet, as he just sits bodyguarded by several units in front of him. And Kiritich even going for early boots.
Yeah, I think that's because of the Primal Beast. Just because I think like this is a pretty good matchup, I would say usually. The Clockwork's helping a ton to reduce the impact of collapse, but overall, like, you don't get any safety from like Sprout, like cute little Sprout plays or whatever. He just tramples on all the units between his Q and his W, so there is some ability to like pick up tree ends. And if he decides to kill you, like if they have the strength, he can just do it. He cannot do anything his Dangerous Prophet once he starts on you. So I think the boost is a good idea.
Yeah, I'm trying to decipher the rest of his build. Oh, good cookie. Gets collapse out of dodge. Yeah, trying to decipher the rest of Kiritich's build that he has queued up already. So Treads, Magic Wand, Hand of Midas. Then there's a double Mithril Hammer there, and he has a Blightstone in his inventory. And I'm wondering if he's thinking about Deso.
It could be good this game.
Versus the AM, right?
Yeah, versus the AM, versus the pacing that they want to go for. They're really bad at doing Roche. That would help a lot. Just like, I think that's a solid item for the tempo they want to go for.
So the Midas kind of replaces the Maelstrom farming tool, and then the Deso just comes out as your big damage item, yeah. Now I really want to see if he goes for it. Yeah, and then now he's bought that Rebel the Magi. It's definitely Deso into BKB after. Oh, it's gonna be cool if it pays off and if he commits to it.
Certainly a very specific timing that he's going for here. And, you know, outside of that, it's not like the game's over if they don't take a big lead necessarily, but obviously when you're going like Midas into Deso, it's not going to be the same pacing, especially versus someone like an Animage who clearly, like, I think they know, like, Yato doesn't die this game. They keep the map in a somewhat stable position. They're going to be feeling extremely strong heading to the late game.
Yeah, and Yatoro not falling into that Radiance trap that's been set by plenty of pub players. Going for the Battle Fury after what looks like the Vanguard rush. So we'll disassemble Vanguard into the B Fury a bit later on. And then, yeah, so many players have got all of their items quick buyed. Noticed Vanguard phase boots. Oh, sad. He had another ring of health there, and I was looking, thinking maybe a Meteor Hammer. They're just going to go like Vanguard hype, it looks like, on the Centaur.
Boring lane, Vanguard AM versus Vanguard Centaur. The supports are just gone. Like,
yeah.
They're just, yeah, whatever.
Ench's farming jungle. Marauder's farming jungle.
Yeah, that's true, actually. It is Ench and Marauder, so they're kind of happy about this situation. That both of them can get something. Ooh, Seuss. Oh, look at that career. Oh, it was so full, too.
Radiant Obsword.
Seuss even... Yeah, he saw the warbait, couldn't get it.
Now with a coil, attempted hurricane, almost good from Imposhka.
First blood.
First blood for Squadix.
Duly noted.
And the Wild Wing gonna get arrowed down in a second.
Is it?
Down the bottom, FNG dying. Tramples there. Oh, swipe from the Primal Beast. Does get a kill. So 1-1. Did the Wild Wing die?
Yes, I'll let you guys know. After a lot of juking left and right, Seuss did like 360s with the Wild Wing like dancing all over the place, and eventually he threw the arrow, and he did get it.
He was using the juke spot in the Roche pit as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he tried his best.
He's trying to fog himself. FNG's going to come mid, refill bottle, but there's a lot of dire heroes here. Squadix with a DD rune going. And just keep your eyes on Mira and Miposhka though. Trying to swing into mid off the back of a tiny combo. Potential to kill the puck there for sure. Law starts it off. Cookie's good. The damage comes. Beautifully executed by Team Spirit. That really was wonderful.
Oh, неплохо для
That's not supposed to happen necessarily for a puck, you know. You're kind of thinking, I'm kind of safe. You know, I'm waiting to do something in the other lanes. I'm going to show up over there. No one's going to come pressure me because it's pointless for a puck. So that's the best thing you can do as Team Spirit. Puck gets a little bit lax there, feeling safe. Now Laurel, top of his team, but there are still 3 Radiant heroes above them, and there he goes. Now he will leapfrog over that puck if she's in the grave.
And it feels like that's the kind of thing that needs to happen for Spirit with their side lanes. No, they're not doing poorly. It's just the Radiant are edging out these little advantages. Oh, Yatoro. Okay, TP's out from the top lane. But this is the tempo that you were mentioning. Nature's Prophet, level 6. He's already up top, killing tier 1. And you don't have that same kind of move that Team Spirit can make.
No, this is yeah, that is an interesting thing about this like Tiny and Anti-Mage, because the Tiny's really solid versus the Puck, but in terms of like power pressure, not gonna see that at all. Like if you have like a DK, then you also get a counter to the Puck, but then you have this ability to actually pressure towers.
I am a big fan of this. Oh, is he? Yeah. Goes a little bit too deep down bottom. FNG claims his life. Big fan of Tiny's build though. Phase boots into Blink, the Dark Margot special. We've seen a fair bit of what GPK Tiny going for the Treads, Blink, Echo Saber. But I enjoy this so much more when you know that Tiny is the entirety of your first 15 minutes of gameplay. You know?
We too
The Killy Edge,
but
whatever.
in the end, she tired.
Like, lol, he knows that the weight of this game is pretty much on his shoulders.
So much is going to come down to that Blink timing. What he can get done from there, and Collapse just not having a great time. Like this Clock was holding the lane for a while, and now Kirid is just back down here. Collapse, he is starting to get into some bigger damage. 3 points into the trample, a couple points into Onslaught. Yeah, I was doing the map the other day with like target dummy and stuff. Do you know how much damage you can do like level 8 around week? 1,400, yeah, like 1,400 to 1,500 damage. It is crazy. Like with resistance and like 4 armor.
He's dying though. You can't do damage when you're dead.
Now you're treated.
This is even pre-level 6 on FNG. No need for hook shots, just battery assault. And the attendance of the Nature's Prophet, who's going to have his Hand of Midas very shortly.
These Treants have just been owning him all game. It's not just as simple as it being a counter pick, I wouldn't say, with the Clockwork and the Nature's Prophet. It comes down to, again, the level 1 of FNG was massive. But the constant body blocking here, these coils, I've never seen somebody snap coils this early in a game.
Yeah, they're all on supports. So he's killed Ench twice, now Snapfire. Oh, he's stampeded on. A good call from FNG. I'll have to toss him back. And a tanky Tiny with plenty of 1 charges. Not too bothered about the aggression that came from VP there. Potential for a kill on FNG, but he killed up the hell back. Well, they can get the job done. Now Collapse arriving. Sayush has no more leaps, so this trample is going to take the Marauder down, especially when the Tiny chucks some pebbles at you.
Oh, FNG underward.
Oh, no. He's trapped inside the cage with a big old dino. That's not where you want to be. And now Puck probably just going to have to all the way, attempting the takedown on Mira's Snapfire.
He could try for this.
There he's going. Onslaught dodged by the phase shift. Trampler's there. Snorlax the other ball. He's got to pulverize to finish off the Puck. Double kill for Collapse, recovering his game. And in the meantime, they got to kill top. Lal and Miposhka, they connect with the Apteros AM to take down Centaur.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All right, a bit of a crumble here. Awesome Collapse moving to that mid lane. After, I think this all started when they did that Stampede and they tried to go on Tiny. I think trying to pressure Larl there was a big mistake from Virtus Pro. Like they just used the foil. They didn't quite have hook shot yet. There was no way they were going to kill that Tiny.
Yeah, they didn't have that.
All just suffered from that.
They didn't have that Furion with him. And now he comes top into a lane which he can't really push. Just going to have to dip back into the Ancients.
And they're scanning the tower right now. Collapse is like, can I please push this now?
Please, let me go forward. I wonder how important these 2 Darobs was for that play. Like, okay, maybe over eagerness from VP, but the fact that Spirit saw everything behind that mid lane probably made it much easier for them to keep playing in that mid-tier 1 vicinity.
100%. I mean, that's how we hunted down FNG, and that's how we had the knowledge for the chase down after. As Kirid
Huge.
Nice.
Take him down. A kill for Yatoro gets him that little closer to Battle Fury. Take out the Ancients as well. And I think there's a ward up there, but it's a little deeper.
I might actually get full duration at this point with a minute still left on it here.
Radiant's middle tower is
Like
under
that
attack.
past couple of minutes, pivotal kind of combo breaker against VP, who was really picking up steam. Now you've delayed the progression of the Nature's Prophet by quite a hefty amount. He's still top of the net worth, but he could be even bigger. Collapse, 5,500 net worth. Not a bad laning stage, but not a great one by any means. Now more than recovered.
Oh, dude, Notice has no right being alive. That was crazy. They set the cookie in for the AM. He blinked, so the cookie keeps chasing and following. Notice sees it coming, jukes back the correct direction. Somehow doesn't get stomped by the Centaur. I don't know if that's mostly on his skill and Riposte just messing up for a second there. And then dodges enough kisses to just live. And now he is blink into smoke right now with a hook shot available and dream coil. So this is the turnaround kill they need. They need more help though. Oh yeah, there we go.
They've got Grab the nature bounce across the entire map, and a blink debut gets them the kill on that tiny, and immediately onto that tier 1 mid. Maybe now a chance for Collapse to push the tower bottom.
Dire's middle tower.
Your objectives die so quickly.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And FNG still playing down that bottom lane. He was eyeing up an attempt to start things off on Collapse. Bringing Noticed and Seus down here as well.
Has been denied.
Collapse is pretty...
It's just the Claymore coming out as well for Yatoro.
Oh,
I can see obviously it's the ring of health too, but...
Cookie out, but into the central stop. And VP, 4 heroes out of the woodwork into that bottom lane. Spirit the coil onto Mira now as well. Easy setup for the arrow. And a double kill for Squadix. It's a bit of room for Yatoro, like you're saying, he feels a bit behind.
Radiant's middle tower
He needs that battle fury as quickly as possible. This is the story of the game for Team Spirit, is make space for the anti-mage
Dire's bottom tower is under
wherever you
attack.
possibly can.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're just ignoring Riposte.
Kill the stacks instead.
Their spells are back here. The hood now available here for Notice though, so linking in and feeling a lot more powerful.
We're on a mech soon as well.
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty nice. Seus taunts his way around the map, I see. Very good. Got a deep ward. Getting up that side. Super chop down here as well as anyone who wants to try and press the ball. Down mid though.
Oh, FNG blown up by Collapse, but Lyle trapped in the Sprout. The explosive nature of VP's lineup is counteracting Team Spirit's moves. Noticed with the hood, surviving through the kisses, impetus shot to land him, but enough to kill him. And Kiritich with that Deso, already up to a couple of stacks. Feeling good. And it's the Nature's Prophet right now. Wherever Team Spirit go, you're playing this 4 protect 1 kind of lineup, and there's 5 members of VP defeating you in these situations every time you show. I think that's why now Collapse maybe having an idea to play up top behind the AM. Yatoro, he says, screw that, I'm farming bottom now.
And that's what that ward's for though. Like, this ward is going to be really important to know if Yatoro is trying to move into their jungle at all.
I don't know if he survives this. Collapse will trade his life for the Prophets.
I think he bought out. So yeah, I think he just gained a lot of gold doing that. Not bad.
And getting 1 step closer to BKB. It does give the puck the blink though with the cross kill.
Is this a kill?
On the AM. Arrow. Oh, the melee creep tanks it. So unfortunate for VP.
I don't know. Even if they hit the arrow, do you think he does?
Probably
like,
not.
With the hookshot follow? Yeah, I don't know. Like, he's got 4 points counter spells.
They need Nature's Prophet there for the physical damage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But because of his survival there, Yatoro finishes off his Battle Fury. Just a quick disassemble on the Vanguard away from it. And that's where the real game begins. And really where VP have to put their foot down. Some actual map control, because currently they've just been reacting to Team Spirit's moves. They've not really played forward into top jungle. Haven't had an attempt into enemy ancients. I see Yatoro again down bottom, smoking towards him with 3.
What have we here?
Alright, so they need the TP. It is available. They're hoping he comes towards ancients. He is indeed. Alright, here we go.
The game sense.
Oh.
Oh, does he know? I think he knows something's up. Mira, he sees the clockwork and Lol takes him down. Now it's Team Spirit's turn to react. Like a good idea from VP, but it's one of those things where you can kind of hear the clock ticking in their heads, right? We need to deal with this AM. He's getting too big. He's got his Battle Fury. We need to do something.
He's rebuilt the Vanguard. It has returned.
Oh, really? I guess you're going a pistol later, so...
Yeah, he's
makes sense.
trying to stay alive.
Even scanning there. Turns red on Kiritich. Ooh, their Spirit are bringing a number of heroes down here. They're expecting the go on AM again.
I think when they see, they rush.
Where is Tiny? Down bottom?
Yeah, like they see him on the ward.
Okay.
I guess maybe they feel like they're too slow. I don't know. I feel like that could actually be kind of a play here, but.
So yeah, they see 3 bottom.
Radiant's bottom
This is where you just want to
tower
take a
is
high
under
ground and find a pick, right?
Yeah.
Well, they spotted Collapse. Misses the hook shot though. And now Collapse knows they're coming.
Hey, Nia.
We've got BKB onslaught. He's
Radiant's
just going to snap
bottom
the coil.
tower has fallen.
That allows Notice to get on top. Collapse. BKB's now. Onslaught trample away. Goes for the TP home and he's fine. That means now no attempt for Roche for VP. And Mira playing with the Mirana in the mid lane. Great cookie into Scatter Blast. Sayosh on his toes.
Radiant's bottom
Larl's
tower
lurking.
is under attack.
Jackpot.
Doesn't go for it though. FNG was drawing some wild lines on the map though. He wanted to do like a massive wraparound, go into their ancients.
I can't help
holding territory.
I can't help but think how different this game would have been if that play around mid where they stampeded and went a bit too deep on Tiny. It just hadn't been a play they made, and they took map control, they pressured the AM. VP, a lot of work to do, trying to catch up to Mira. Stampede, and the last double edge is there to finish him off, while an attempt on the Poshka. Damage not coming fast enough. Missed the hook shot again. Turned around on half health after the Tiny combo. That cuts things short.
Oh,
And again, you know, Team
Spirit.
Spirit pretty happy just losing a
what you
Snapfire if the
expected.
AM can have another 2-3 minutes uncontested farm time. FNG's pinging Yatra right now saying, hey guys, we're fighting mid and the AM is just, he's getting huge.
All right, he's coming in again. Got the BKB on the Nature's Prophet, so.
Oh God, it pushed him out.
Quite enough reach there from the squad. And now Larl has an echo as well, so the retaliation in terms of like if they spot these movements attempting to try and hunt down Yadaro, there's a big blow up available now from Larl.
FNG's keeping tabs on them. Spamming
Radiant's
out the
middle
rocket
tower
flare,
is
but
under attack.
Collapse bullying them all the way. Some sort of pressuring tier 1. Well, the hook shot finally comes. FNG straight into the midst of them. The Collapse returns with his BKB up. Lal chucks bone at Kiritich. Profit. Shiny and golden himself, but struggling to actually hit anybody.
Oh, they're crumbling, Gary. They're crumbling big time.
They disengage and now goes for the regoose. Back in onto the Profit. BKB extended. There's the pulverizing with the kisses. And down goes your carry. Chase towards Noticed. Good covering fire from Mira. Leaves the Centaur Stomp just to hold back the AM. Arrows there as well, but you've controlled the anti-mage. The rest of his team demolishes you one by one. They're all done. And Team Spirit in the driving seat. Looking real hot. 20 minutes into this game. Now,
Yeah, 90.
It all goes back to that play mid.
Yeah, 90.
Like actually,
it does.
crazy how much they just lost all their momentum and like their direction and their concepts and ideas of how they were gonna play this game went out the window. And then they were just chasing this ghost of Anti-Mage.
Radiant's middle
He's
tower
there.
is
He's
under
over there.
attack.
He's killing creeps. Now he's over here. He's on the other. Everyone go. Run. They weren't able to just keep the momentum of attacking stationary targets because the Anti-Mage got too strong. So now they feel like they have to hunt
Scanning.
Anti-Mage. They can't hunt Roche or tier 2s.
yeah, while
Radiant's
they're chasing the
middle
AM, it
tower
gave
is under
time for
attack.
Collapse to get big. Got his BKB. Tiny didn't really get touched. Lal 4-2 and 4 and heading very quickly into an Aghanim Scepter. It almost feels like an unwinnable game for VP at this point.
What?
Yeah.
They're one of these drafts that's very good at catching someone and potentially killing them. But once they get to that threshold of I am so tanky, you need multiple rounds of spells in a fight, right? Dota right now is about that back and forth of waiting for cooldowns, baiting BKBs, expending ultis. If you don't get the second round of initiation in, then it's going to come to a failure as they jump low. Shot, stomp, arrow, coil, every spell in the book shut down in, but there comes Team Spirit. The cavalry arrives and collapses unnoticed. AM can't deal with Kiritich, he BKB TPs, but the rest of the squad is cannon fodder as Mephisto collapses. Yatter on top of Seuj. Another leap remains, trying to dodge out attacks, but Yattero's there with a double kill. And Team Spirit now a 3k lead, potential for them to Roche. Just everything available to them. Basically, congrats, you killed Tiny. And then what?
Yeah. And collapse.
Oh, Kiritich. Oh, there's no BKB. He knows. Where's the rest of the team? I need help. Puck is coming. Collapse in the 1v1, but the kisses pulverize. Blast down the Nature's Prophet and trying to go on Squadix there as well. I don't know if Mira saw the puck, but launched a few lava globs towards Squadix.
Also time for his patented double boot build here.
Oh, Yatero. Notice Blink stomped. Yatero dodges with a Manta.
Good.
Very skilled.
All right, well, upside, Laro's going for the eggs instead of the BKB on the earlier end. Thought maybe he might just because, like, how much damage Collapse is doing and how he's kind of the more vulnerable one in the fights, but they also don't really have the damage to chew through him. So he's fairly safe with the Agnums, I would say. But maybe that gives them an opportunity. They could, like, get a kill onto him and perhaps make their way towards Roche or something.
Look at that swap over there. Kiritich leading the entire game until, what, 20 odd minutes in. A swing back for the AM now, top of the net worth. He's going to have Basher in a second.
Yeah, and that safety of Kiritich goes out the window.
Oh, yes.
And Direward top sees Kiritich and Seuj both lurking up there. A long line drawn across the map from Yatero saying, just hold the river.
Then
Let me do a bit of farming back in the Ancients. I can think about split pushing elsewhere as well. Let's give the AM all that safe farm on inside of the map. Get the pattern going.
my sprites
Farming algorithm has been activated.
Yes, the good do die young.
And the Proshka is going to die to 4 members of VP down in the bottom jungle. A good shot from FNG. Allowing the arrow to land. Kiritich with a forward TP claims the 2 support kills for Virtus Pro. But another question raised of what next? Can't push a tower, can't Roshan. This is just respite from the aggression from Team Spirit. You can breathe for a few seconds before you know they're coming back straight towards you.
This ward up here, Laurel.
Radiant.
He's Kiritich. Maybe he's having some thoughts about this one, but there's also a Radiant ward that spawns Laurel now, so Kiritich will know if he makes a rotation back over. They are gonna smoke. That could have been seen if they're paying attention, but it wasn't super obvious. I don't think Kiritich is paying attention.
Yeah, he doesn't know this is coming. Kiritich, the ping.
All right, he has BKB.
They feel something's coming. FNG, the target of choice. Try and blow up the clockwork. An easy one for Lal.
О, неплохо для старика.
Steal out the Ancients and now control over Radiant Triangle. He's control over Roshan.
I guess I'm saying he has BKB, like that's gonna help him versus Tree Volley. Like we're past that point, huh? You know?
Collapse just onslaughting towards anybody you can see. Kiritich does have a fair amount of backup here, though.
Dire's bottom
And as we
tower
so often
is
see
under
with
attack.
Centaurs, this Vanguard Hood Blink build has stalled completely. Not really progressing too quickly forward. 10k net worth for him. Trying to get a heart next to tank up against this ridiculous amount of damage. But now you're going to be looking at an anti-mage with Aegis. Yatero, he's online. He's ready.
Sean has fallen to the Dire. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Feels like they're making their way towards the uber late game, where they're just thinking, okay, well, our only hope is to split this like crazy with Puck, Nature's Prophet, and Mirana, and hope that we can have enough waves that we drag this out to like level 25 Puck. Yeah.
Such
Sad,
sorcery
isn't it?
shall not
I
prevail.
just love the fact Yatero farms the entire wave
Radiant's top
while
tower
FNG's
is under
stuck in the
attack.
cogs dealing with the tree
Dire's
volley.
structures are fortified.
Who knew he was
Radiant
dead?
structures are fortified.
Almost host, gotta get the ward down.
Centaur has to stampede. A little bit of gap here away from Team Spirit. Has the avalanche tree volley into the Centaur, demolish him. And AM's hunting top as well. He knows the Squadix just orbed. Oh, there's Moonlight Shadow. A bit of safety for the puck, at least for a few more seconds.
Run away.
Kirita's keeping up here, but
All
sees it all coming.
Yeah.
Yatoro can't catch the puck. Kiritich in the Shadow Blade invis gets away, but Yatoro maybe has a read on Squadix. Not going to find him. A little nook in the trees. Gives the safety to the puck. Squadix just going to stay up there, maybe cut the next wave. Yeah, difficult game for VP. The lead just getting bigger for Team Spirit.
Here I am.
And you really worry about the damage output available to these Radiant heroes. Again, very good at stunning, disabling,
Radiant's top tower
catching a
is under
hero.
attack.
But in these long, drawn-out, getting bogged down in a fight that lasts more than 15 seconds, VP get outgunned completely.
All right, just break the Anti-Mage, guys. Silverhead Anti-Mage, we have a chance.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
Oh, that was nice.
Squadix, good coil.
Radiant's
Lal is still
courier
hunting
has
for
been
him, though.
killed.
Avalanche toss in a sec. Ooh, doesn't quite
Dyer's
find it. Blink ready now. He's waiting for the orb jaw. Denies the move from Lal. Good patience from the Tiny.
And I got checkmated because of the poster.
That's definitely a
Made it a little bit
Dyer's
tougher with the
bottom
escape.
tower is under attack.
And Yatoro just walking towards opponents.
First hit. He doesn't even play. Just goes immediately for the active.
Yeah, go for that abyssal. What's the active? Overwhelm. Active
Yeah,
from
yes,
Abyssal
of
Blade.
course.
Yes, yes. What's the active from Diffusal Blade, Trent?
Inhibit.
Yes, we know that because it's no longer Purge, and we had to learn the new one.
Radiant's middle tower
That's right, I
is
used to know
under
them all.
attack.
And I know that one. Just push. Probably just push.
Radiant's
no
middle
Force,
tower
of course.
is
It's called
falling.
Force. What else? Yeah. Tome is Enlighten. I always know that one.
That's cool.
That's about the end of my knowledge, though.
Pipe is barrier. Like Pipe and Hood are both barrier.
Probably.
Yeah. Abilities. Holy Locket, active, energy charge.
Of course.
Eon Disc, active, combo breaker.
I was gonna say, I think the Holy Locket is just the same as Magic Wand, right? Because it's also energy charge.
Oh, is it?
It's just the
yeah, you're right.
build-up. I guess it
Radiant's
makes sense.
bottom tower
Didn't know
is
that.
under attack.
Should be like Holy Charge, you know? Should give it something special.
Divine intervention.
Boom. There you go.
Pop a bit of heal on them.
Oh, this game has been trending downward for Virtus Pro.
I'm sorry. One more before we finish. We round up this conversation. Revenant's Brooch, your favorite item. What's the active on that?
Oh, I got nothing.
Team Spirit on the run. Fight
Radiant's
ends.
bottom tower
Pushing bottom.
is under attack.
Wait, I had it clicked a second ago. Where's it gone? Phantom Province. Phantom
Wow.
Province. I don't know what that means, but a cool.
Lock that away for your next
Radiant's
Dota 2
bottom
trivia
tower
night,
is under
everybody,
attack.
because that one's coming out for sure. That's the bonus round question.
Phantom Province. Dear Lord. For my big old item. Oh, tossing around the Centaur. Oh, he doesn't. Land a tree volley on him. But yeah,
Radiant's
not
bottom tower
buildings.
has fallen.
Nothing. Yeah, he sure does. Basically, he just jumps on Kiritich. Nearly finishes him off, forces an early BKB.
Radiant's
Yatoro's still
bottom
full
tower
health with the
is
rest of the team behind him. Jumps forward again. Yatoro and Lal playing aggressively. Two-man stomp into arrow combo. FNG's in with a hook shot as well. They'll kill off the Tiny, but then comes Collapse. Big man of void and they're all dead now. VP in some serious trouble as they are herded back into their fountain like
Radiant's
scared little
bottom
sheep.
barracks are under
Team
attack.
Spirit breaking your base down, one puff at a time.
I'm just surprised he didn't dive into the well with that butterfly. You know,
Radiant's middle
I kind of thought that was the
tower
whole
is
point of
under
buying it this game.
Yeah, 90.
Man, can't be touched.
Radiant's middle tower
Anti-mage.
is
Who's
falling.
he found?
Radiant's middle barracks
Nice
are
attempted
under
onslaught,
attack.
not quite gonna hit the mark. They've got even more ability to catch up to Squadix. Cookie, the Muska goes, and then the Pulverize for the finishing
Dyer's top
touch.
tower is
And
under
it feels like now Kiritich and Squadix not buying back, they're close to calling it.
I hope at least one of you out there queued up into a Primal Beast game because of this. 'Cause every time I watch Collapse, this hero looks like so much fun whenever he plays it.
Get the itch.
I do. Like, seeing it is just like, it reminds me of just like when you first start playing Dota and you find out what Spirit Breaker does. And you're like, wait, he just charges at them? The big stomp.
Monumental initiation from Notice. Oh, where's the damage? But AM does drop to half HP after it bumps away. Rest of Spirit collapses in. Deep dive on the Kiritich with his BKB going. Nearly finishes the job. A few more hits will take him down. As Noticed, a trade on the Primal Beast is decent. But you have no Nature's Prophet for 90 seconds. Your base is in disarray. And one lane separates Team Spirit from the Mega Creeps now.
Alrighty.
Oh, it's an FNG team, so they're not going to call early GG. They'll wait for one more team fight.
He might need a
Radiant's top
patch. He needs an
barracks are
update
under
on that
attack.
strat, I think.
Radiant's top
Let
barracks.
that one go, baby. The Megas are here.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, no, that was the fight. A blink from Centaur ends it.
Now have Mega.
It started out well from Virtus Pro. The first, what, say 10 minutes looked
Victory.
pretty deep. And then that really, like, we come back to one moment, one team fight, where it goes well, and then they push that a little bit too far. They overextend.